This Bible. Let me talk about this Bible for a minute. A few weeks ago, I was washing my car, cleaning it out at the car wash. It was about like 9 or 10 at night, you know, and a homeless guy approached me, and he didn't ask me, you know, for any money, you know, just struck up conversation. We're just talking, and after about an hour or so talking, he said, you know, I don't got much, but I want you to have this. He said, I got it free, but you need it more than I do. And boy, was he right. And started reading it. It's been a while. Not a religious man. I never claimed to be, you know, very spiritual and talk about Jesus or God or whatever. But today something happened. A miracle. It's like God sent down someone to uplift me, to get me out of the darkness I was in. I'm gonna tell you all that story right now.
Every time something happens bad, we realize God's permitted it for a reason. We look up and say, God, what's this for? Because He wants to tell us, and He wants to help us rescue us out of it so that we can trust Him more tomorrow.
All right.
About 6 months ago,
Any menus here?
Yeah.
I have $2. I would rather give that to you as a tip and just use your table for a minute.
Sure, no problem, sir. You don't have to leave it there.
Oh, we're going to anyway.
But
Just
you,
It's okay.
you're here already. Listen, I do have something for you. I make these,
Oh, wow.
and it's a pen. You can pull this out and just have it, but yeah, it's one of the nicest ones ever made. And have a heart.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
for
Thank
letting us have your
No problem at all.
facility. We need it.
So why is this gentleman here wiping my wiping my headlights and talking, you know, sharing the gospel? What led to that? So I'm sitting I was sitting at the state line. Y'all know that that truck stop of Arizona and Albuquerque, the speedway or whatever. You know, I was just ordered some pizza and I was looking at the mountains, just kind of just chilling, you know, contemplating things. I even worked on my business plans for a little bit, did some research, same stuff I'm always doing on my free time, just learning, you know, studying. And this guy pulls up in a little car filled with just stuff, you know, just like me, filled with stuff. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, he's going to ask me for money or whatever, you know, I've got nothing right now, you know, I got nothing to give. So he comes out and says, let me try to fix your headlight. You know, look, I could probably clear it up a little bit. And I said, man, I thank you for the offer, but I have no money. Like, as you see, I'm kind of going through some hard times right now as well. I'm on a long trip back home. I really have nothing to spare, my guy. Like, I can't do nothing. He said, don't worry about it. He said, how about this? Let me just share some words with you, and I'll clean your light. I said, all right. You know, like I said, I'm not really a religious guy, but I'll listen, you know, and what's, you know, getting something out of it, I guess. So, okay. So we're sitting there and just kind of talking, you know. And he's telling me about how bad the headlight was. And it's like, dang, this is probably the worst one I've seen. And whatever. And we started talking about, you know, the Lord. You know, talking about God and all that stuff. Well, the conversation went on for a while. Like, I think we talked for a good 2.5 hours, maybe. 2.5 hours, something like that. I lost track of time. Basically, we went into the speedway because they have like a little cafe area where you can sit down, and brought our Bibles in, and we started talking. And the waitress showed up, and she's like, "Can I get you all menu? Do you guys want to order anything?" He said, "No." He's like, "I only have $2, but I will give you this if you just let us sit here and talk for a moment." She's like, oh, you don't have to do that, you know? You can sit there, you know. But he still gave it to her. His last $2 out of his pocket. You know, this guy is struggling probably more than me. 70 years old and he's sleeping in his car. So, before we get like into the religious stuff, he starts talking, you know, he asked me, you know, so what are you doing? Like, working now or whatever. He really want to know my story, and I told him everything that's happened and my ups and downs and where I'm at now and what I'm doing and my plans, my goals, my future, like all this stuff, you know. It's comfortable. And he said, you know, I have some ideas too. I said, oh yeah? I was like, yeah. And he started sharing like these genius ideas with me. I mean, the fact that this gentleman was sleeping in his car, just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this man had ideas that I really don't want to share because I really don't want to take it from him. Like, holy hell. The dude was a genius. Like, even mathematic wise, you know, he's breaking down all the mathematics on his workbook and stuff, and the analytics. Like, he was showing me like strategies, and the dude was a genius. I'm still flabbergasted by it, to be honest with you. The man should be working in a freaking lab or something, or being an engineer. This dude just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he shouldn't be where he's at. That he didn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do any drugs. You know, he's 74 years old. And then he goes on and tells me and says, I'm going to give you my son's number. He has a digital marketing company, website, development company. And because I was telling him about all my plans and my ideas and all my marketing skills and like all that stuff. Like, and he could tell that I knew what I was doing, you know. Even though I'm still entry level, I still know what I'm doing. And he says, my son's hiring right now. He could definitely use you. Like, he could definitely use you in his company. Like, you're motivated. Even after everything, you're smart. You actually do your research. Like, you know, it's just complimented me. And I said, yeah, I felt pretty good. I was like, all right. So he gave me his son's number. I'm probably going to text him, might reach out, and I might have a digital marketing job. I don't know. You know, like I said, this is just a story. I don't know what's going to happen, you know, because I want to start my own thing, but maybe it'll be smart to go work for somebody and then learn the ropes a little bit and then start my own thing. But, you know, we go on talking and, you know, he's sharing chapters of the Bible with me. This dude was just humble. You know, he was humble. He was kind. He was, he's a character, you know, like he was smart. You know, it was hard to, keep up with some of the stuff, you know. Dude it was just nuts. But, again, like I said the other day, it's crazy how people just come into your life, you know, and I wasn't a religious person, but I believe God's watching me right now. I believe he's looking over me, and I believe he sent him to push me in the right direction, to motivate me, to uplift me in a way. And what's also crazy about all this is I could have been home like 2 nights ago. The first night though, I'd stopped because there was ice and wind and the weather was just terrible. I didn't want to drive. And then the second day I was just tired, you know. I'm wore out. I can't drive as much as I did, you know, and I think it was just because depression and all that, you know. So I just kind of explored the areas, and I mean, I drove a little bit, but I'm just wasn't in a rush to get home, you know. So had I actually drove home the other night, I would have never met this guy. But the way life works, you know, two days later, and just out in the middle of nowhere, a message from God just shows up. I know it might sound dumb to some of y'all, but that's my testament. That is my testament. You know, and I if you guys want to, some of y'all might think, oh, I was pulling a little dog and all that. You know, no, I'm not going to go full-blown religious, like sharing the Bible verses with y'all, but I do believe today a miracle happened. And something, like you hear stories about it all the time, but I do believe today that some sort of entity brought that man in my life to clear the darkness that was inside of me. He gave me a couple chapters to read. I'm gonna read them, and I'm gonna try to be more accepting, you know, of God. I'm gonna try to forgive and be more humble. I'm gonna work on myself to do that. Try to grow, you know. I might even go to church. But I went from being like not that religious, like I believed in some sort of spiritual entity, to full blown just changed my mind. Definitely. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. If you guys have a testament, you feel free to share it in the comment section. If you guys have any stories or anything like that, and you know, if you don't believe in God, that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna try to force you or tell you to believe in Him, because I get it. I truly freaking get it. But don't bash me, because I just had something happen to me in my life that was truly needed. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Hit that like and subscribe. Share it out with all your religious people. Maybe it's a good story to share someday. So, on with the drive. I'm Wilson Holbrook. I'll catch you later.